What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna talk about 11 times Brock Lesnar proved WWE Raw is his yard. The Beast Brock Lesnar is one of the very few real stars WWE created in the past 15 years. John Cena was the successor to the Rock brand of entertainment, but it was Lesnar who succeeded Stone Cold Steve Austin as a straight-up badass. He was so much of a badass that the WWE couldn't contain him. Lesnar only did 2 years on the main roster before leaving WWE in 2004 to pursue more challenging physical tests. Ultimately, that has made his star power so much bigger. Having been to the UFC and destroyed people for real, he has something that no other WWE superstar has, and that legitimacy. He was world famous in 2009, popping UFC a million pay-per-view buys as the baddest man on the planet. He now back in the WWE and having some of the best matches of this decade. Furthermore, he proven a very big draw to Raw ratings. The June 15 Raw was the most viewed episode since the day after WrestleMania 31. The reason he spiked Raw ratings is down to his rich history of shocking Raw moments, going back to his very early days in 2002. And more recent occasions, Monday Night Raw has been the home to some of Brock's most sensational career moments. Number 11. The debut. At the juncture of WrestleMania 18, WWE knew they had to initiate a change. The Rock was off to Hollywood and Stone Cold Steve Austin was past his peak. A new franchise superstar was needed, and the Wonder Boy from developmental was one Brock Lesnar. He debuted the night after Mania 18, coming out of the crowd and interrupting a hardcore match between Al Snow, Maven, and Spike Dudley. He smashed Snow hard on a steel trash can before debuting the signature F5 move on a helpless Maven. But it was what he did to Spike Dudley which was really shocking to watch. A series of ruthless powerbombs looked like they broke the little man in half. The image of Lesnar as this muscular, destructive wrecking machine was set. He was instantly over as the next big thing on Monday Night Raw. Number 10. Destroying the Hardy Boys. Destroying a bunch of jobbers is one thing, but taking out a team like the Hardy Boys was something else. Matt and Jeff were an institution of the Attitude Era, so when Brock showed up on the April 1st, 2002 Raw and smashed them, it was a real statement of intent. This angle created a huge roar in the crowd, and you watched it knowing that this beat was going to be a sensation in the business. He nailed an unforgiving F5 on Matt, but it was catching Jeff in mid-air and powerbombing him that really fired the crowd up. What a visual, plucking someone out of the air and just burying them into the mat. It was vicious. Jeff deserved a self-credit for helping to make Brock look so brutally barbaric. The angle was a real moment in the making of the Beast aura. Number 9. Tangling with Shawn Michaels, The Rock, and Triple H. One very memorable Lesnar angle from Raw in 2002 was just before SummerSlam when he had a run-in with Shawn Michaels, The Rock, and Triple H. The fact he was tangling with superstars of that caliber was indicative of his own rising status. The crowd was electric as the four-man brawl which you expect when you consider the star power involved, but Lesnar was the rookie of the four. The three other men were long-established megastars. It was proof that Raw was Brock's kingdom to inherit from the past generation. Although on this occasion, it didn't end so well. He took a sweet chin music from Michael, but even that illustrated his awesomeness, as he took it in an absolutely sensational manner. With the crowd noise so ferocious and the big names involved, this was perhaps Lesnar's most memorable Raw segment in his entire rookie year. Number 8. Attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin. The rumored Brock Lesnar vs. Stone Cold Steve Austin match at WrestleMania 32 does have a precedent. Way back in 2004, Austin was serving as the referee for a Mr. McMahon vs. Eric Bischoff Raw main event. All of a sudden, from out of nowhere, Lesnar was in the ring behind Austin's back. The Texas Rattlesnake turned around straight into a F5. What a moment. The crowd popped massively and there was a ton of heat on the shocking development. This was during the era when Lesnar was exclusive to the SmackDown brand. So it was even more shocking to see him there in the ring at Monday Night Raw. It was all part of building the hype for WrestleMania 20, with Austin booked as a special referee for Lesnar vs. Goldberg. Unfortunately, the match didn't live up to the angle that hyped it, with it ended up being meaningless after Lesnar announced he was retiring from the business once the show was done. Number 7. The Return. This one ranked up there as one of Raw's greatest ever moments. The night after WrestleMania 28, Lesnar returned to the WWE in shocking fashion. He'd been gone for 8 years, and although there were rumors, very few people expected his return. He was, of course, coming back as an even bigger star after significantly increasing his fame in the UFC. His 2008-2011 run with the MMA leader had made him a household name. As such, his return to Raw generated one of the biggest pops in show history. The fact he was interrupting John Cena made it even sweeter. He got in the ring and stared the WWE franchise star down before nailing a very popular F5. The crowd came unglued as they realized the wrestling landscape had taken a seismic shift in just a short 3-minute angle. Number 6. Breaking Triple H's arm. Following a shock loss to Cena at 2012 Extreme Rules, Lesnar needed to get his heat back with something big. The angle that WWE had in mind was a Raw segment in which the Beast would break Triple H's arm with a Kimura lock. The idea was playing off Lesnar's background in MMA with the notion that he was legitimately dangerous in his fatality. Hunter was harassing him to agree terms of a WWE contract. When the Beast snapped and took him down, he then applied the Kimura, jerking the arm as if he wanted to rip it off the body. Hunter stole it perfectly, making it look as if his arm really was broken. It resulted in the Triple H vs. Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam 2012, which ended up being Lesnar's first WWE win in over 8 years. As intense angle goes in selling a feud, the Raw confrontation and arm break work perfectly. Number 5. Hitting the F5 on Vince McMahon. On the Raw immediately after Royal Rumble 2013, Brock Lesnar returned and assaulted none other than Vince McMahon. This marked the end of Mr. McMahon as a bump taker, as he hadn't done anything physical of note since. The angle played out to perfection. McMahon was in the ring and about to fire Paul Heyman. When Lesnar music suddenly hit, the crowd roared and McMahon's face dropped. As the Beast Incarnate came stomping into the ring, the live audience was on fire, chanting "Last Nurse, Last Nurse, Last Nurse." You could see what was coming next, but the magnitude couldn't fail to shock. Lesnar and McMahon faced off, with Heyman in the background begging his client to leave it. Then it happened. Lesnar hoisted McMahon up for the F5, hitting it right in the middle of the ring. Paul Heyman played it brilliantly, reacting as if Lesnar had just murdered the man. It was one of the most memorable Raw moments in that entire year. Number 4. The Bloody Brawl with Triple H. Following on from that angle, Mr. McMahon booked himself in a Raw match with Paul Heyman. However, the bout never got going, as Brock turned up and looked set to attack McMahon again. That when Triple H raced out, brawling with the Beast in a frenzied back and forth fight. The segment was memorable for two things: Hunter wetting his pants and Lesnar suffering a gashed head. The cut came about after Hunter launched Lesnar into the steel ring post, which opened up a significant wound and caused a heavy flow of blood. It would later require 18 stitches. The Raw crowd was, of course, loving it. Blood is banned in WWE, so this rare sighting of claret meant that the whole angle felt very intense. Lesnar looked absolutely badass with the blood streaming down his face. Number 3. Turning on CM Punk. The last major narrative of CM Punk's career was against Brock Lesnar in 2013. The two had a fantastic match at that year's SummerSlam kickoff by an explosive angle on the June 17th Raw. Punk was wrestling Alberto Del Rio and defeated the then world champion by countout, but that brief glory was fleeting when Brock Lesnar music hit. Coming to the ring, Brock initially had a microphone and seemed poised to say something to the straight-edge star, but instead he dropped the mic and nailed Punk with a picture-perfect F5. The feud of the summer was on, with the storyline that Paul Heyman had betrayed Punk and set the beast upon him. Number 2. Hitting the F5 on Mark Henry. At the end of 2013, WWE was lining up Brock Lesnar for one of the biggest pushes in company history. His 2014 would see him victor over The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania and win the WWE title from John Cena in an absolute squash match at SummerSlam. But the groundwork for all of that started on the last Raw 2013. Lesnar returned and put out an open challenge for anyone to come out and try to stop his plan for domination. Mark Henry, as a foolish babyface, accepted the challenge. He came to the ring, only for Lesnar to intercept him and put on the mother of all beatings. The exclamation point was a spear through the crowd barricade and a thunderous F5 on the 400-pounder. And number 1, the face-off with Seth Rollins. In 2015, WWE are a point where Lesnar is more over than he ever has been. You could see that when he returned on the June 15th Raw. All he had to do was walk to the ring and smile at Seth Rollins to elicit a massive reaction from the Cleveland audience. That's the sign of a truly great worker. When a wrestler can pop the crowd just from the look on their face, Rollins played the segment perfectly, selling fear and backing out of the ring. The angle had tremendous substance to it, and emotional depth that connected with the audience and set up the biggest narrative of WWE Summer. It was evidence of how far Brock had came as a performer. He no longer needed to be the rampaging brute. He can just play a nook and get a megastar reaction. He told more of the story with an expression on his face than he could have done with a mic in his hand. That's Brock Lesnar in 2015, a complete performer who is over like nobody else in the business. His history speaks for itself. WWE Raw is well and truly his yard. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.